And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes. If you have not already, go watch my pack opening from a second ago. Interesting. We got some new lifetime agendas today. I'm sure most of you are, you know, at least somewhat aware of what's going on here. We got the moments of the month. Special shout out to me for forgetting to do the Chris Middleton 15 points over unlimited. I think I had 15 points left. I just didn't do it this weekend. I really should have. And now I don't have Devin Booker. But you know what? That's just the story of my life. I just literally just keep forgetting to get reward cards. Corey Kispert, Devin Booker, just keep forgetting. Realistically, these aren't that hard this time. That being said, I am going to go through each and every one of them because I feel like there are some misconceptions about these challenges in general. Namely, this happens every single time. And like, I caution if you were a content creator, which I'm sure there aren't very many of you that watch me, but if you are watching me, I just want to caution you on a couple things, right? And just in general, if you're listening to other content creators, just something to think about. If a content creator comes out and says that, for instance, this grind for Dark Matter John Morant, which, by the way, Dark Matter John Morant looks really, he looks good. He just doesn't look that much better than his Opal, honestly. People probably have more badged out versions of his Opal, but this one's free. You know, it is what it is. But if a content creator comes out and says this is a 3 to 5 hour grind max, just assume that you, as an average player that can't sit there and grind the game all day during like peak grinding hours, like the middle of the day when everyone's at work, it's probably going to take you closer to 10 to 15. Let's be real. A lot of this is going to be luck based, and I'll talk about it later. Now, as far as the rubies, you can crack the rubies out in literally half an hour. That like win a triple threat offline game. You just have to play a multiplayer game. Just go play triple threat online and just lose. Like, who cares? Win a challenge game. Once again, you can just do the NBA 75 challenge, and you can make some, MT off with the pack, maybe like 1,000 or something. So it's worth it. Score 30 with a player in a game. Once again, you could do that in the challenge game, relatively easy. 5 dunks in the game. You could do all 3 of these in that one singular challenge game. So those are pretty easy. So let's talk about the challenges to get the Amethyst players. So score 25 points and get 2 rebounds with moments Herbert Jones in the game. It shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest. And we'll cover a few different options in regards to doing these. There are some challenges that I think are worthwhile and are going to be able to do. So right here, if you're going to look for anything that involves like a triple double or anything that involves like, something uber specific in that capacity, this is a good challenge right here. Garnett is a little bit difficult to out rebound at times though. So I will say that that's going to be kind of a pain. The spotlight challenges are always a good way to go. Anything that involves something like really specific in regards to scoring points, these Steph Curry challenges are always really good in which to do that. Like, these are just I think they're pro level games against like silvers and golds and some emeralds for the most part. So you can throw a lineup up there, grind XP, and then you can get these challenges done with those. They are 5-minute games, but I believe a couple of them are 4, right? No, I think they're 5 minutes. Either way. That being said, also do this in the Kevin Durant challenge as well. But I wanted to spotlight this DeMar DeRozan one is pretty good too. 3-minute quarters on rookie. Like, it's very easy to get a lot of challenges done, and this one's relatively quick as well. So this is not the worst one in the world. You just have to use this DeMar DeRozan in your lineup at some point, which you can just throw him in the 13th man spot. Relatively easy. Eric Pascal is triple threat to 21 points, which isn't the easiest in the world, but at the same time, like, it's a pro level triple threat against not the greatest squad in the world. This is a triple threat to 40 points with Anthony Morrow. You do have to use him, but you're able to get challenges done relatively easy. The team you're playing against isn't crazy at all. The rest of these are kind of just meh. Like, they're 5-minute quarter games. This PJ Brown one's pretty good, but it's hard to get rebounds, obviously, because you have to get a double-double with at least 2 blocks with PJ Brown, which is a lot harder than one would expect. let me tell you. Unfortunately, we don't really seem to have, like last season we had the camouflage challenge that you could always do these challenges in, and unfortunately we don't have that this season as of yet. It's possible we see that next week with the cards that we have left. But I don't know if we do. It just depends. We actually have a lot of 60s and 70s players left for next Tuesday's lock-in set to come out still. So I think it's like 7 or 8. So I would assume that we're going to see some of those this weekend in like a flash set or something. But we'll touch on that another time. It's going to be a little bit harder to get some of these done. I mean, this one won't be too hard. You could do this in the Anthony Morrow challenge, relatively easy. 22 points with Osman in triple threat offline games, very easy. You can get that done. Tyus Jones, 27 points in the game. You know, if you want a really easy way to get that done, obviously you can go do that DeMar DeRozan challenge. It's quick too. 17 assists with Cameron Payne in a game once again. Any of the Steph Curry challenges or that DeMar DeRozan challenge, you can get that done as well. You can even get these two done realistically at the same time. You could run Cameron Payne and Tyus Jones, point guard, shooting guard. Like, it doesn't matter. 15 rebounds with Jalen Smith. Once again, you can get that done. 30 points, 4 assists with Cam Thomas. You can definitely get that done in any of the triple threat challenges. That's probably going to be your fastest route there. 30 points with Trey Mann over multiple multiplayer games. Once again, just play triple threat online. Like, hopefully people will let you score, but you can never really guarantee it when it comes to a lot of people. 22 points and shoot 100% with Jackson Hayes in a game. This isn't going to be as hard as one would think. That being said, it is going to be very luck based because 2K at some point will just decide that you need to miss a layup or something. So it's not going to be as easy as one might think. I mean, you would look at this and be like, oh, it's Jackson Hayes. Like, it's a big man. Like, I'll just dunk every possession or whatever. I'll score layups. You're going to have to just abuse the pick and roll and just kind of hope for the best. Like, that's what you're going to have to do. And it's going to be harder than you would expect. You could do it in a triple threat game, though. Really easy. I would recommend doing one of the triple threat games on rookie, and you'll be able to get it done more than likely. But just letting you know, like, at some point, 2K is going to just decide that Jackson Hayes wants to blow a layup for no reason. Like, this is 2K we're talking about. It's going to happen. 26 points and 2 blocks with Isaiah Roby in a game. You know, honestly, that shouldn't be too difficult. Like, Isaiah Roby should be able to get up there and get some blocks. But once again, when it comes to blocks or steals, most of the time it's just going to be like algorithm based, or it's going to be complete luck of the draw. Like, you got to be in the right place at the right time most of the time. One place I would say is a good place to get steals. It sounds weird. It's going to be the signature series challenge game because Spencer Dinwiddie is the point guard, and you can rip the ball from Spencer Dinwiddie if you're using a small guard very easy. I believe I played that challenge with Darren Williams as my point guard, just trying to get power within points, and I ended up having like 8 steals on current gen. I don't know. It was super weird, but anytime Dinwiddie would bring the ball up, I would just like go and be like, kind of like my cats do to them, to each other. Realistically, they literally just roll around and smack the shit out of each other all the time. It's really annoying. 17 rebounds with Jakob Poeltl. I did call Jakob Poeltl as a reward player. He's significantly worse than I had anticipated, but that shouldn't be that hard. 36 points with Reggie Jackson over multiple TT. The fact that I have to play more triple threat with Reggie Jackson is painful after his Sapphire, but I don't even get the benefit of like him being a Sapphire. So that's going to suck. 6 steals with Gary Payton. Once again, I would say one of the easiest places to do that would be in the Signature Series Challenge, though it is a 5-minute game, so it's going to be kind of painful, but you can get a lot of steals on Dinwiddie. Other than that, you would want to go do that during triple threat games, whether that be challenges or no challenges. The triple threat game that we came out with today is actually not the worst place to do it. Gary Payton is going to be kind of hard to rip the ball from, though. I will say that. So, and you're not ripping the ball at all from Iverson. He's way too low to the ground. He is almost impossible to get steals on. You can get over the top steals if he tries to throw it up, but it's not going to be a fun time trying to rip the ball from him. My best recommendation would be to go with Dinwiddie in the Signature Series Challenge from this Friday. 32.7 rebounds with Keldon Johnson. It sounds like it's not hard, but Keldon Johnson's kind of small, so it might give you trouble. Just kind of depends. 18 rebounds with Wendell Carter over multiple multiplayer games. He's actually not that bad, so this isn't the worst challenge in the world, like realistically. Wendell's actually kind of a decent center. Like, he is. He's 6'10", 7'3" wingspan. He can shoot. He's not going to be handling the rock, but he can if you need him to. He plays competent enough defense. He's got a Hall of Fame box, rebound chaser, and worm. So he's all right. Like, he's got jump shot 62 on normal, which is the Bam Adebayo release. It's decent. Make 9 threes with Cam Johnson over multiple multiplayer games. Cameron Johnson actually looks pretty good. He's got 70 on quick, which is the same releases like Yee, Karis LeVert, Terrence Ross. It's pretty good on quick, and he is a decent spot up shooter. So it might take some time, but you're going to be able to do it for sure. 38 points with CJ McCollum over multiple multiplayer games. This one might actually be the most annoying, to be honest. CJ McCollum's not terrible, especially on next gen, but they didn't even give him quick release. They gave him jump shot 4, which is fine. I believe the same release as he had before, but it's on normal instead of quick, which kind of sucks. He does have like Hoff Chef, Deadeye, Circus 3s, Limitless Spot Up, so he's going to be able to get buckets. He plays competent enough defense, so he's not going to be the worst liability in the world, but you might have to just accept losing games just to get this one done. 36 points and 3 blocks with Vucevic. Once again, shouldn't be the most difficult challenge in the world. If we had the camouflage challenge like we did last year, it would be very easy to do, or last season, just because you can paint sit on Dennis Rodman and he'll probably attack the rim 90% of the time. But it's all about knowing the tendencies on the CPU guys. And as of right now, it's going to be kind of difficult to get that done, but you can do it in like the random challenge games and stuff. Get a triple-double with DeAndre Murray. This one's going to be pretty tough. I will say that. The Anthony Morrow challenge might be the one to go with this. Because, I would say, I don't know how many rebounds you're going to get over Kevin Garnett trying to do that triple threat. And you're definitely not getting any rebounds over Parrish and Hakeem. So that one's going to be tough. I'm going to have to do some work on that one and just kind of see where the best place to get that done would be. I mean, he's a 6'4" guard. It's going to be kind of hard to do that. Try to get 10 steals on Dinwiddie. I don't know how well that's going to work. But Murray looks good. He'll probably be one of my point guards, probably my bench point guard, all things considered. 33 points for Brandon Ingram over triple threat online games. That's fine. He's really good. Like, he's really solid. There's nothing wrong with this card. He's just really decent altogether. Not the greatest defender, but he can hold it down. 16 assists with Tyrese Halliburton over multiple multiplayer games. Once again, they gave him Aaron Gordon release on normal. His release is horrendous. Like, it has some of the worst load up in this game, no question. Like, Aaron Gordon's release on his own is fine, but I think it's the 129 upper with Aaron Gordon release. I hate it. I hated his Ruby card so very much. So, I don't know. I wish you the best with that one. That one's going to be tough, but once again, it's not going to be incredibly hard to get Ja Morant, but just take your time. He's not the greatest point guard in the world. Like, he's very, very good. Like, trust me, I'm going to use him for sure. Like, he's got Hoff Limitless Spot Up, like Gold Chef. He's better than all the point guards I have right now. No question about it. Paul George release on quick, like great dribble moves. Like, Ja Morant's fire, but I'm not going to sit there and, stress myself out trying to get first Ja Morant. Realistically, there's somebody who's like halfway done already while I'm recording this video. So it is what it is. What I'm really excited about is what I'm always really excited about when it comes to these lifetime agenda guys, is just guys to kind of pimp out my all-time teams. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm typically more excited about, is I get to get a bunch of dudes for my all-time teams, and like, I get excited about that because, I like to create the all-time teams. It's kind of my thing. So it is what it is. But look, let me know in the comments if you're having specific trouble with any of these challenges. I will try my best to help you out and provide some sort of, restitution, some sort of help. Restitution is not the right word, but it just sounded right. You know what I mean? Some sort of help in the comments, so just let me know what's going on. I'm going to try to play some of these today. Like I said, I've been not feeling the greatest, so I'll probably just lay down for a bit, but I'm going to try to play some of these while I'm posted up with my kittens and see what I can do. Also, like, De'Aaron Fox exists too. Like, he's really good, and I don't feel like playing domination, but I'll probably try to get some of these done during domination so I can get De'Aaron Fox too. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Probably just do some clutch time too. I'm just glad I don't have to do clutch time. Like, I'm just super glad about that. I like clutch time, but trying to use random cards while I'm trying to go up the clutch time ladder, like, this is how far I've made it up clutch time. I'm just not feeling it this year. Other than that, we didn't really get much in the way of XP. So there's nothing really to worry about here. None of these guys are worth picking up for the XP. Like, Iverson is, because he's like super, super, super cheap. You know what I mean? Other than that, but none of these guys are worth. Gary Payton's still like 12K at this point, and honestly, getting 5 steals isn't terrible. But you already have to get 6 steals with his son. All right, like don't stress yourself out trying to get 5 more with the dad. Okay, it's not worth it. Like I swear. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Lose. I feel like I did the outro like 3 times this video, but it's the fever brain. You know, it is what it is. Drop a like on this video, comment down below, like I said before, and I will see you guys later, potentially with some more content. Not entirely sure. And have a good day. Don't stress out over these. I look like a pharaoh. No. It's a Pidgeot. Peace.